Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back to Ironclad RC. I'm Big B. So today we got the Veles 29 on the glass, not on the block. She's on the glass. Okay, so we're gonna be doing some hull modifications to this boat. Okay, just recently picked it up and started running it again. It's a fun boat. It's a fast boat in a straight line. It's actually like a great boat. Oval, high-speed ovals, it does pretty good, but at low speed, if you're not on the throttle and you turn or correct the boat, give some left or right input and come off the throttle, it'll flip itself over in the blink of a freaking eye. And that's the only quirk to this boat that I dislike, and I know thousands of other people would agree with me. Those of you who have run this boat or have seen this boat running, you will agree. As you can see, I've actually blueprinted this boat with epoxy and graphite. It's not the prettiest in the world, but it don't have any tweak. The hull sits flat on the glass. My eye, all of these ride surfaces are absolutely perfect. They all touch the glass. And I have actually tried a lot of different mods and just tuning to get this boat to not flip over at low speed. I've helped it. I've lowered the batteries, lowered the center of gravity. I've tried longer rudders, shorter rudders, different tunes, different props, and nothing I can do really helps solve the low speed flipping. So I've always thought, this is something I've thought since I've blueprinted the boat, which I got the boat a week later, I started to blueprint, and I've always thought, like, why did they stop this spray rail and non-trip? Why did they cut the non-trip short? It's always really been on my mind. It's always bugged me, right? And I've always thought if they would have brought this spray rail all the way back to the back of the ride surface, that the boat may not actually want to trip on itself. So today we're actually going to mod this. I started off with some balsa wood, cutting like with a razor knife, cutting balsa wood, and I was going to just kind of contact cement and balsa this on, or but I decided to use oak because it'll last longer. If it does work, I don't want to have to reproduce it, right? So I went out there and cut, well, you guys can see, I cut about 8 different strips here, different angles on each one. I made it long enough, if I did find the right one I liked, I could actually cut it in half and use it for both sides. A spray rail on a boat, okay, on a real boat, it has a few different chores. Okay, spray rail, for one, it directs water down so that it don't spray water in the hull on the user. Okay, so that's one reason they have spray rails on mono hulls. A mono, the spray rail runs all the way down each side, okay, to keep water out the boat. It also redirects water. Okay, so the angle on the spray rail, it really differs. And it actually directs water down. So that redirected water down back into the water, it actually adds lift in some cases, especially if it's on a spray strake. I mean, not lifting strake. These redirect water down, and they actually add lift. They also add stability. If you redirect the water down and out, it will add width to the boat, to the ride surface, redirecting the water down and out, and it adds stability. Okay, layman terms, okay, like on older mono hulls, the strakes used to run the full length of the boat, because they had low power systems, and they needed as much lift as they could to get the boat up and out the water. Modern monos, the spray strakes stop about 1/3 the hull, because we have plenty of power to get the boats up on plane. They don't need the spray strakes as assistance. So on a catamaran, you have a non-trip, which is this angle right here. Okay, the angle coming off the hull here, and then the spray rail directing that water that travels up the non-trip back down. So as you can see, they cut the non-trip in half. Okay, so it's tripping. It's basically tripping over itself. That's what I'm thinking. You see how the spray rail and the non-trip goes all the way to the back of the sponson on here. So basically they just basically on this boat, they just made the sponson go all the way back to the transom. You see this? So we could cut the back of the sponson off and make an overhang. That's just, well, that's just not, that's just, yeah, we're not going to do that. So the next best thing I could think of was actually just glue a piece of wood down with the same contour, same angle as basically a non-trip. So that's what we're going to do. And if it works, I'll keep it on there and we'll finish it. And if it don't work, we'll tear it off and redo it, you know, go back to the drawing board. So this is the piece of wood that I found that I think will work best. It don't have an aggressive angle to redirect the water. So it's not going to redirect the water straight down. It's going to redirect the water down and out. Again, I think that'll help add stability. All right, well, this is the first test. Let's go. A little better shot for you. Okay. Just know I threw this together in 3 or 4 hours time. Or actually probably less than that, a couple hours. Just know there's really no non-trip at the very back of the sponson. So I got fishermen here, so we're going to try to do the trees here. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm off the throttle, turning it. Okay. Let's stay on the throttle, turn it. Okay, she oversteered, which is kind of normal for this thing. I got my dual rates back a lot. Never been able to do 3 tree ovals with this boat, ever. So far so good. I know it looks like shit, but damn, it's actually working. Same CG, same prop we were running the other day. Nothing's changed there. Oh my God, if they would have brung those non-trips and the spray rail all the way back, imagine what, this boat would be an oval monster. So when I pull it out, I'm gonna explain to you what I think we should do. Okay, let's do some low speed, just because this is really where it flips at. When you're at low, like idle, not even on plane, and you turn it. See, I think it would have flipped there. Okay, so did you see it want to actually, like, want to tip itself and flip? That spray rail back there saves it. It saves it. It redirects the water down, okay? Off the throttle, just turned it. Let's turn the steering rate up here. I got it. It was at 59. So I'm gonna turn it up to 90. Oh my God. I think we solved it, you guys. I know it's ugly as hell, but it's working. To the left, it would have flipped. I'm actually going insane in my mind right now. That would have flipped over. I think we solved it. Oh my God! Even with that, oh my God! It's kind of unbelievable, to be honest with you. Slow speed turn. I'm gonna come off the throttle right here. We'll probably flip it. It wanted to flip. Okay, I saved it. I should have let it flip, but I was able to save it. We flipped it. Okay. Okay. Kind of tripped out, man. I mean, I know it looks rough as hell. I can't believe it didn't trip over itself with these. But when it's on plane, this really isn't like getting much water behind it. You know what I'm saying? It's really right in here. And hopefully you can see it. It's kind of angled down. You know, it's kind of angled down, but not much. That's crazy. That's tripping me out, y'all. It's tripping me out. Yeah, this is tripping me out. All right, I got the dual rate turned up. Usually if I turn the dual rate up, it'll trip over itself. It is running so damn good, y'all. Never been able to do 3 tree ovals with this thing. It would just tip over, flip over itself. It is so much more stable, y'all. Kind of crazy, kind of crazy. All right, off the throttle. It would have flipped. It would have flipped right there. It would have. It would have. It would have flipped right there. All right, full turn. It didn't. It's catching itself. Those spray rails are actually working. Did you see it? Did you see it catch itself? See it? Did you see it catch itself? I don't even give a damn what it looks like. I'm keeping it on there. Oh man, so that top area that I've been showing you that's like nothing behind it, I think I'm gonna fill it in with something. We're gonna make it permanent. Never been able to do this. I've been able to get it close with the LCG battery and a perfect tune, you know. Never ever been able to do this right here. It just did it at 180, caught itself. I'm trying to flip it. It's not wanting to dip the bow as much in a turn, and I think that's what it's called. It's keeping the aft part out of the water. Never been able to do this with this boat. Hell, I might want to run the boat now. Look at that. That's crazy, man. Show me one Velez that can do this. You can't. Let me get the ruler. Let me kind of show you guys what's going on here. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. It's pretty low to the ride pad, right? See how low it is back here? But you see the angle that I picked for it? It doesn't direct the water straight down. It will come off the non-trip here and direct it. It'll direct it out. So you see 2-inch mark? Look at the 2-inch mark. So it'll hit the non-trip and direct the water out to that 2-inch mark right there. So it basically, with the water directing out like that, it kind of, in a way, it makes the boat wider, right? In a way, you know, where it curves at right here. I think I'm gonna get a piece of balsa wood and shape it so that it kind of like meets up to the hole, like this angle right here. You see that all the way to right here. So we have a piece of filler right here, and we'll have a piece of filler up here. So it's like kind of a smooth transition, you know. And what I'll do is we'll epoxy this son of a gun on there permanently, you know. I almost want to play around with different pieces of wood, you know. This is epoxied. I have a couple different shapes that we could probably put in here and may actually work better or worse. But for the most part, just for like a little 2-hour project, a little test bed, I would say it was a freaking success, man. So we have the same configuration with the spray rail as yesterday. I've done a little bit of sanding to kind of match it up to the hull. I took the sticker off because I'm planning on coating all this with a thickened epoxy and body filler, and basically we're going to build all this into the boat. It'll look totally different when we're done. I added this piece of epoxy saturated balsa right here to fill in that little void. Okay, actually looks pretty clean. When I do the filling, I'm going to fill in this little area right here, right? So let's go. Let me get it all taped up. All right, round 2 of testing the non-trip. I got my son out here with me today. I want to see what it does in a straight line. I was thinking maybe that spray rail back there would cause a little bit more lift the way I have it angled down. Get it trimmed out here. I would have already flipped it with it cutting around like that. Man, that looks good. Nah, you can't run this one. We'll get the little one back out. I got another battery for the little one. That looked really good, you guys. Got to get her tracking straight here. Man, I'm running into the wind too. I got some people over there feeding the ducks, the geese. Same CG point as I was running yesterday. Man, that looks good. I'm not even kidding. That looks so good. Let's go around the little tree. I'm not even trying to concentrate right now. I'm just kind of running the boat and letting it run itself. Before, you really had to concentrate to get it to track in a turn, you know? Oh, it's doing so good. Oh, it would have flipped right there. It would have. Oh. I'm kind of like trying to flip it right this second like we were doing yesterday. Oh. I think we got it, you guys. I think we got it, boys. Yeah. Off the throttle in a turn. Shit. All right, so I got a 3-blade on there. You ready, buddy? Got a 4014 Offshore Electrics 3-blade. Let's see how it does. Man alive. You could see the water spraying off that spray rail in a straight line. Ooh. Boys, I think we're on to something. I didn't have her straightened up. I'm really not even having to concentrate real hard in a turn, you know? Man, that's awesome. Feels like I got my CG a little too far forward. I think that's our battery. Boy, get the fishing pole, get the fishing pole. So we're back at the shop. Okay, I actually mixed up some Cabosil epoxy, thickened epoxy, and I was working on getting, well, first of all, I kind of profiled it a little bit more with some 40 grit, 80 grit, and I filled some of these voids that I was wanting to fill, making the transition to the hull. This is just my first application. I'll go over it with some filler, and all these little seams where I lightly epoxied it, because that's what I did yesterday after I ran the boat. It ran so good. I came home, I popped this piece of oak off because I had only put 2 little drops of CA on it. So I had epoxied this on last night. Okay, this piece of balsa came off with the oak, so I basically just left it on there and I just epoxied it on. This morning I used some of that Zap 5-minute and epoxied this piece of balsa on right here, right? So I've actually been working on getting it kind of transitioned onto the hull so that it's kind of streamlined, you know. I think it worked great, you know, and I don't think it's gonna look all that bad when it's all said and done. You know what I'm saying? This isn't a shelf queen. I don't run shelf queens. My boats are daily drivers. They're beat up, cracked, tips are missing, gel coat chipped off. My boats they're runners, you know. They're runners, and this is why I have runners, daily drivers, because if I want to freaking do a little modification to the bottom, if I want to freaking blueprint the bottom of a boat, or take the AOA out of a freaking ride surface, it ain't gonna hurt me one bit to take the sandpaper and slap about 6 ounces of freaking epoxy on a boat. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, once this is dry, I'm gonna fair it out, and then I'll take the body filler to it, kind of hit any low spots, and then try to kind of incorporate a design onto the boat so I don't have to paint the whole boat. Does the boat need to be painted? You damn right. I got stress cracks. I peeled this vinyl here, found a bunch of stress cracks. The bottom, lots and lots of stress cracks in here. Spider webbing on the inside corner. It's actually cracked all the way up the sponson. Same on this side. You guys see that? That's why I did the carbon fiber reinforcement down the tunnel and over the inside of the sponson. The front of the boat is pretty good. I mean, it's got cracking, spider webbing, you know. So she's not a showboat. It's okay not to have showboats. It's okay, because you can actually enjoy the hobby a different way, rather than just like making your showboat, just setting it on a shelf and admiring it every day. What most people like to do with your boats is actually like run them. You know what I'm saying? So anything to make your boat run better, hey, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. If you gotta like cut a part of the boat out and redo it, that's what makes the hobby fun, you know. These little boats, you can do that. A lot of guys are going to call me out. Traditionally, your spray rail, it goes like basically horizontal, perfectly horizontal. It follows the ride surface, right? And the way I did mine here, just kind of like doing something different, and out the box. But I mean, if a design works, there's no point in reinventing it, right? So maybe you should follow the ride surface and make your spray rail perfectly horizontal. I went a little bit different way. Why not, right? That's what makes the hobby so great, you know? Do something a little bit different, you know? Who freaking knows? It might be the magic. It just catches on. I mean, it just works. It works, you know? But the thought process was to that, you know, it's got a little angle down, and I was thinking it being lower back here, angled down, the water hitting it, blowing off of it, may actually create a little more lift back here, which is kind of what we're after in a turn. But in a straight line, I was thinking that little extra lift from the water breaking off the spray rail, diverting down, it may pick the back of the boat up a little bit, so she runs a little bit looser, a little drier, picking the back up. If we have the CG set right, it'll kind of set the nose down, and she may not want to pick up. So that was the kind of thought process behind that. Whether or not it's going to come to fruition is a different story, but it seemed pretty good at the park pond. So I actually have the X8S in my Sonic Wake. I'm going to take this Fly Color 150 Offshore Electrics 150 out, and we're going to put the X8S in here, okay? And we'll be able to really like open the boat up, so to speak, you know. It's either keep this ESC in and add a dual pickup rudder, right, or put a little more robust ESC in that's not going to generate as much heat, keep the single pickup rudder for the time being, and run it with the X8S, right? So I know the X8S inline cooling, it should be perfect for this boat, right? And we'll be able to kind of run props we want to and do ovals and speed runs, run the boat on 8S, which is the main reason I want to put that Castle Creations X8S, so we can run 8S in a speed run, because I'm really interested to see how this boat handles now in a fast straight line with the new angled strake. Okay, so yeah, you guys kind of see what needs to be done. This gives you an idea, and you can kind of pull off of it, you know. Is this the best method? I don't know. I was actually kind of I'm actually kind of scared to post this video, to be quite honest. I don't know how everybody's going to react to this, because it's so out the box different, you know, with the angled strake and everything. The nice thing about it, if we don't like it, this isn't a shelf queen. We can take the side grinder with a sanding pad and just grind it all off and start over, pull it off and start from scratch again, you know. But I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty pleased with the way the boat was handling. We will take it to the speed run spot and get some like actual testing with the GPS, test some like high rake props, especially with that X8S, and some more turning, low speed. I am so tickled. Like I said, I think it's perfect, but I know a lot of you guys are gonna lose your freaking shit when you see this. Once it gets all like finalized, it'll look good. You have to see through it. You have to really see through the process, you know. So if you guys are still here, you're ironclad like me. Kudos to you. Straight up hardcore. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.